The old homestead still looks pretty janky, but that's all right. We got ourselves a Scope 2X mod schematic on the last one. I thought, well, let's read that. And then we also got this guy. Rane's Enduring Hope. I used to train the newbies in the Reaper, help keep them alive. I can't train you, but I can still help you. We're going to accept that quest, and we will meet wherever it is. In the interest of not gaming the system, I decided to read the map in the middle of, well, this forest, and here we are. Before I start digging, I want to share something with you. So you can see this cat here. I want to drag this one into screen. A little more, a little more, a little more, a little more. It's hard to tell, but she has this itty-bitty little basket that she's in. And it's kind of silly, like, this cat shouldn't fit in here, and yet she does. So, you know. Here, we'll leave you right here. You'll still be on camera, and you're still relatively nearby. And with a little luck, you'll feel safe and happy right there. Let me start digging. Turns out I found it immediately, and honestly didn't realize it. I was still banging away at the dirt, trying to make a path out. Yeah, I gotta unlock this now. It's gonna be a minute for me, but not for you. Just to kind of complete the thought about not gaming the system, what I meant by that is that if I had read this quest somewhere else, the way the game works, when you're talking about the treasure maps at least, really any quest, is that the area, the quest location appears some distance away from wherever you are. In this case, I forget, it's maybe 1.5 kilometers is the actual radius for where these can appear. So if I'd read it, say, over in the burnt forest, then presumably the quest will spawn in the burnt forest or somewhere around there instead of in this crappy forest, meaning that you have a bonus to the loot stage by being in a different biome. For now, let's go back to base and we'll look at what we got. This is going to end up being a little weird for us, but I think in a way I'm kind of glad we got the quest we did. Oh, that's too much. Because the weapon that we found is the one that I feel like I need the most work with to make sure that it feels okay, it plays okay, that sort of thing. It's honestly the one I feel the least good about. Like, just being honest, being real here, okay? So this one's going to need a little bit of play testing to make sure it's in a good spot, and I'm glad, but it's going to be a pain because what we found is effectively a spear, and that's in perception, and we have not really gone anywhere in perception. We've got a few points in agility, and then we haven't really put anything anywhere else, like a couple here just so that we can get up to physician 1, which totally worth. But just the same. So going through the crap we found, we already have this book, so we will get rid of that one. Got the Fireman's Almanac. 10% greater hyperthermal resistance. That's not in the game, doesn't matter. Hits with spears scored in quick succession do 10% more damage per hit, up to 30%. We will gladly read that because what we found is a spear. So before we go down the road here of, gosh, that's the first spear book we found. Oh, that's terrible. This weapon kind of relies on, oh man, okay. It's going to be fine. As I was saying, this weapon kind of relies on having proper spear books. We don't, so it's going to be what it is. We did find a couple of pieces of outfit configurations, which honestly, I'm good with this. Just looking at what we have right now, I think I'm good with this. Here, let's modify you. We're going to put this guy on here. So just so I can read it for you, Rane's custom glove setup. Rane could extract valuable resources from any salvage and scale any mountain while keeping zombies at bay. Spear attack speed plus 20% and spear dismember chance up. And now you start to understand why I do things a little differently, or maybe more correctly, what it means when I say I do things a little differently. We're going to take that guy out and throw this one in because salvage harvest plus 30%, mining harvest plus 30%, wood harvest, and zombie damage resistance, all plus 30%. That's kind of a big jump. I mean, gosh, I might need to rethink that. 30% damage bonus or durability, whatever. I don't know. Whatever. I'm just going to kind of commit to these things for the moment because it's generally all real low-level stuff right now, and we can... Well, shoot, on the last one, I think we got ourselves up to the spot where we could make some better quality armor, right? We could do that. I mean, we can make better quality... Oh gosh, we could do the Reaper gloves and outfit. That's going to be 3 armor crafting kits, a bunch of leather, and a bunch of forged iron. It suddenly got foggy in here, and because this place is not sealed at all, I think it's foggy inside. So what do we have for this stuff? We don't have any of the kits. Like, I know we don't have that. But we do have... So we have 1. But I know we have a... Okay, the armor parts must be in another box. We have to have more than 1 armor part. Like, I don't believe that we don't have any armor parts except for that 1. I'm not missing anything here. Oh, man. Oh, shoot. We don't have any armor parts. How is that even possible? Okay, it's 11, not 1. Whew. That's still insufficient. So here, let's take all of these quality 1 things. With the exception of that one, I'm going to leave those. And I don't care what it is. One of those was from the mod. Doesn't matter. We need to scrap those guys down because the armor kits, I believe, are going to be... nope. Armor... Well, here, what is it called? Armor crafting kit. We're going to need duct tape and sewing kits, and then the armor parts. So that should be sufficient. Let me go ahead and craft a bunch of these things, and we're going to hook ourselves up with some new armor today. I think that's going to be a good plan. That finishes our armor. Now, I made enough armor kits here, just to be perfectly clear. I made enough that we could make another 2 pieces of armor. But I don't have any intention of doing that right now. I'm okay with committing to what we have at the moment, but I don't want to go any further than that. And that might, maybe, I don't know, maybe that seems like a weird thing. I'm not really sure. Either way, I kind of don't mind, and it is what it is. So let's take, nope, I meant to take that armor mod out. And I'm just going to kind of grab all of our armor mods here. I know there's absolutely some duplication of what I grabbed. It's fine. So we have these things here. Let's modify you. We're going to take that off. Complete that. We're going to modify you. Take that off. So we're going to end up committing to all sorts of weirdness today. And honestly, it's going to be what it's going to be. Let's go with that and that because I would like to keep the extra mod slot or the extra... carrying slot. My bad. And we'll do this guy. We'll use the bandolier mod. I'm fine with that. I mean, we ended up picking up enough armor. If you look at what we gained, this one, 13.8, we picked up another basically 1 here, and then 13.1. That's another 1.4, so we don't really need those armor plating mods at the moment. Now, the best part is, had I been patient and waited until we could craft quality 4 armor, that's right, you get another mod slot. So last thing we got out of the box that I want to talk about, we have the note from Rane. I used to say that the only way we'll win this fight is with brave souls who are unafraid to do what's right for the greater good. Maybe I was right, maybe I was wrong, but I can no longer show you how to use these things. I trust you'll figure it out. I believe in you. So these things brings us to the other last thing we need to talk about, which is we got some arrows. So some shock arrows. These are fun arrows with an electrical kick. Give your enemy a shocking surprise, as well as those unfortunate enough to be nearby. Must directly hit mob to activate effect. Fired arrows unrecoverable. If you don't know what mob means, I'm old. Then we have the entangling arrow. Enemy on your heels, slow their movement with this entangling arrow. Has a small area of effect. Must directly hit mob to activate effect. Fired arrows unrecoverable. So those are arrows meant for use with the bow. I mean, I think that part's pretty clear. I don't know. And then we've got Wayne's Rave of Pain. Rane's Wave of Pain. I didn't realize it was going to be a tongue twister. Rane liked using a spear as much as the next Reaper, but sometimes a glaive was better. A swath of destruction through a group of zombies is ever so satisfying. So we technically can't craft a higher quality one right now, but we eventually could if we learned the right schematic. I guess maybe I need to clarify that. Funny, hadn't really thought of that. Repair with repair kit, scraps to spare parts, craft higher quality via sharp sticks. But again, we can't, I mean, if I were to do this, yeah, see, we have to learn the schematic first. So I think that's pretty clear. I don't know. And if it's not, honestly, I kind of don't care, I think. I don't know. I do care. I really do care. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. Let's take some of these things. We're not going to be able to use any of those. Those are all going to overlap, and none of these things will work. So we could have a talk all day about how it's not really... Oh, we can use serrated and that guy. Interesting. I was going to say we could have a talk all day about how this is not really a proper glaive, and I don't disagree with you, but it is what it is, and honestly, I'm okay with that. Are there any other mods that we can make at this point that we could put on this guy? Like we could, I mean, we could make a gravedigger mod. I'm just looking for something that's going to be useful on this weapon right now. I guess we could do a hunter mod. Forged iron, glue, mechanical parts, and spring. It's not really the best choice, but it's the choice we have. So forged glue, mechanical parts, springs. Was it glue or was it duct tape? I don't know. Whatever. Was that right? The hunter mod. No, it was glue. Okay, good. Look at that. So let me craft that crap, and then I will meet you somewhere else. We're going out a little ways for this quest. I mean, not really, but sort of. Kind of. I mean, we're basically at the end of the residential area, and yet it didn't sound like we were going to a residential location, but it's because it's just called a sewage problem. Okay, I know this POI, I just did not know that's what it was called. So I put the hunter mod in here. So serrated blade mod, structural brace mod, hunter mod. So we should all be more or less familiar with those things. I'm going to go ahead and give it a repair. And then while I'm at it, I'm also going to repair the bicycle because I feel like it's important for us to take good care of our things. He says as the bike literally falls over. Let's go ahead and invest. We're going to just start dropping points into perception. And then I think we need to go one more point into perception. That'll let us go into Spearmaster. And this is going to be 4. So the next thing we need to do is invest in medium armor. I'm going to say that's probably good enough for now. I'm not going to worry about unsubscribing, about removing our points in Blady Blades. I'm honestly fine with that. We might end up somewhere down the road where we use both, and I'm perfectly okay with that, honestly. Let's go ahead and start this quest up. This is a fetch and clear, so we are going to switch to this guy. Oh man, that's a great start right there. I will say, as I said earlier, this is probably the weapon I'm least happy with in the mod, and it's in part because just, well, the design of the item itself is super cool, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't necessarily lend itself well to this game. So, it's a bit of a, I don't know, in a way it's a little bit of a compromise. And honestly, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I kind of have to be okay with that. We didn't even really look at how much damage this thing is doing, so that's going to be a thing. By the way, where is that? That's right below us? Did I? Okay, I guess that's somewhere in the house. Maybe it's right below there? Whatever. We will take a look momentarily. Let's see, is this plastic? Cloth? I never know anymore. So just for comparison's sake, let's get rid of that guy. So 55.6 melee damage, 90.1 power attack damage. This thing hits like a truck. And I don't remember that one being there. Gosh, I need to pull up the XML. I guess that's intentional, but I didn't think it was supposed to be 3,500%. It was supposed to be 35%. I guess I got to modify that and see. I think technically it's correct in the XML, But all of a sudden I need to compare it against the actual spear to make sure I didn't break things. Whatever. This thing is meant to be used as a room clearer, not necessarily like the straight up spear where it's just, you know, stab, stab one at a time sort of thing. That's not really the goal of this weapon. It's meant to be used like that and basically clear a path in front of you and try not to die. So that's our goal today, is to clear the path and try not to die. And like all the weapons in my mod that are not standard, they don't line up exactly with the reticle, and I don't know how to make that work out based on not understanding enough of how this game works. I mean, if I'm just going to be honest, but I've kind of learned where to aim for the most part with the weapons. It'll be fine. And if not, you know, learn along the way. Haven't missed... Okay, I was going to say, I don't think we've missed it yet. Like, it kind of depends on where you are. Because if you're in the right spot, it does line up just fine. And if you're not, well, that's the problem with weapons in this game. Sometimes the range throws you off a little bit, or at least throws me off. I won't say it throws you off, but it does throw me off. Oh, by the way, I totally meant to say, in the interest of full disclosure, on the way back from the quest, the Diggy quest, I did try to find some honey in a tree stump. Didn't find any. But I forgot to mention, I totally grabbed an extra magazine on yesterday's episode and forgot to tell you. It was literally right after we left some location. I stopped and checked a mailbox that was right where we were, and it had, as it so happened, magazine in it. Yeah, I knew we were going to trade hits right there. That's fine. I am a little worried about running out of stamina using this thing, especially if I go power attack crazy. We have enough bonuses going on right now that we are going to have quite a few attacks. So, gotta kind of balance that out a little bit and watch the stamina, watch the blue bar. Make sure we don't mess things up. We've done the fetch portion, but we have not done the clear portion. There's going to be a dog in here, if memory serves. So we'll just back off a little bit. Come on out, sir. Now, you're probably not going to be able to get down here, are you? Okay. The good thing we have going for us right now is that we did find the one spear book that gives us bonus damage for sequential hits. So that's going to be kind of nice. Okay with that. Oh my gosh, man. Okay. Wait a second to get enough stamina. And then jump across. And wait again for some stamina. And then go in the room. Yeah, I knew it was going to be a big guy. Oh, shoot. All right, we got to do it. Oof. Took a hit there, but that was okay. Took a hit. Okay, let's go ahead and open up all the things then. Sorry, I was just looking around, just making sure. My memory says there's a dog in here. We didn't get one, so I'm a little concerned. Like, I still think there's one running around. I know the quest ended. I heard it. I can see it with my eyeballs. I'm suspicious. I think that's a fair word to say. Shotgun crafting skill. Hey, look at that. That's a better pipe machine gun than the one we already have. That's kind of surprising. What do we have in here? Knife guy. Hey, a Molotov. Oh, hunting knife quality 1. That's kind of handy dandy. Already got that guy. Quality 4 pipe rifle is not terrible. I mean, I know we had a pipe rifle and we were using that early on. It's a good effect, I might add. But, I don't know. I mean, we used to like, what, 3 times? I don't even know, if that. But there is something to be said sometimes for having a pipe rifle early days, just so you can do some effective hunting. Sorry, I'm just grabbing a few chrysanthemum. We'll go back to base and I'll meet you there. It's fine. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. One more thing. Mailbox. There you go. Okay, perfect. See? Salvage tools. Wrench quality 4. Now I'll meet you back at the base. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm kind of at the point where I'm really just sort of honestly trying to find somewhere to go around here. There's not much around, unfortunately. This is a small area in which we started, and yes, we can obviously, very, very obviously, go somewhere else and probably have perfectly decent luck doing that, but I just haven't wanted to do that yet. So We're going to go rip through another tier 4 right quick. It'll be what it'll be. Hey. One more to go for vehicle adventures. I mean, seriously, this is kind of the whole reason I'm doing this stuff is I'm being stubborn. There we go. There's our 30% hit. And we can go ahead and smack you and get a bonus on that. Man, the spear is so good in this game. I mean, now. Back in the day, I hated the spear so much that I basically wrote RangerMod. Like, that was literally the genesis of it. I hated the spear in this game. It was terrible. It was a javelin. It wasn't a spear. I wanted a spear. I didn't want a javelin. Now I kind of want a javelin in addition to the spear. I want choice. All right? I want to be able to use both. And they should be different things entirely in my book, but you might disagree with me on that, and that's fine. No mind. We can agree to disagree, and we will be just fine if that's the case. Interesting, there's another door like this. Oh, hi, how you doing up there? Can I target you? Because you are enticing. There we go. There we go. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you right now, at the end of this episode, we are crafting a mini bike, and we are probably moving for the next one. Oh, man. I'm good with that. More forged ahead stuff, please. Those are kind of critical to being able to push the game forward. How you doing? You know, I'm just thinking about it right now, too. We're probably in a spot where we could... Oh, man, we could do a couple of the... It would be iffy depending on where we end up. Like, that's kind of the thing. We could probably hang with a tier 3 quest at this point without too much trouble. Which, I mean, that's where we are, right? We're supposed to go back to the trader and turn in a quest to maybe get a new one, and we're going to get tier 3, so... That's the thing. We're already there. But I'm just thinking we can start the Reaper quest line, which is going to start with a tier 3 quest, and we could be okay. And by the way, I'm totally aware that it looks weird to be like kind of hacking with a spear, but remember, it's got a blade on the end of it, okay? It's not a stabby blade, it's a slashy blade. I realize, it's weird. It's also supposed to be a glaive. Well, not exactly a glaive. It's kind of more like a blade on a big sword on the end of a stick. Gain 5% more XP from kills at night. Thank you, Night Stalker. Definitely take that one. So anyway, it is what it is. It's, Hi, can I target that one? Thanks. I don't know if it's still a work in progress. I guess it's still a work in progress. I don't know, whatever. This is why I have not released things yet, because I really do feel like I probably should polish up a few more things. If I can. Which, that's sort of questionable at this point, so... Sure, we'll take the chairs. I mean, we're just going to trash them anyway. Keep expecting a bird to be around. Memory says there's a bird around here, but... So far, no bird. By the way, I wanted to mention, when we were taking all those chrysanthemums at the end of the last quest, it's really more of a, you know, we can use these, because as soon as we leave this area, you no longer see the chrysanthemums everywhere. Lots of them in the regular starter forest, which is great, because it kind of teaches you about things like efficiency of food, you know, digestion, all that sort of thing. But you're not going to see them much when you get out of this area. And that's fine, you know. Buddy. My aim is trash. Okay. Can I? There we go. Oh, man. I gave him a new haircut. Oh, good grief, dude. I need a hit scan weapon, apparently, because I cannot hit this guy to do anything here. Let's just check this purse and pretend like that didn't all just happen. I mean, starter biome is all about teaching you good habits in the game, really, right? Getting chrysanthemum, making red tea. Oh, wow. That was good stuff in there. That was a really, really nice medicine cabinet. All sorts of good stuff in there. Like, no joke. That was really, really good stuff. Okay. There we go. We got ourselves another spear magazine. So we're up to stone spear quality 4. This house is good just because you get a lot of magazines in it, because typically this library is, you know, decent chance of having some books in it. Some magazines, all the things. Hey, Spear Hunter book. Spears have 25% chance to cause bleeding damage, and when you add the serrated mod, 35%. Downed opponents suffer 50% more damage from power attacks, also with spears. Alright, handguns. Pistol, quality 1. That would be the regular straight-up 9mm pistol. Bow, quality 6. That's not too shabby. We have not invested in bow, have we? That one. Archery, we have not. That's curious to me. How you doing? Okay, I'm just gonna knock him back. Ah, crap. Okay, I'm okay with that. I needed to get away from that guy. I don't know if that counts as downed, but I was taking the shot, man. He is bleeding, so there's that. Oh, man. I'm gonna need to save some stamina here. Crap. Out of stamina. All right. Crap. Switch weapons. All the things. Ooh, boy. That was dumb luck right there that we survived that one, I think. Oh, man. We don't even have any 9mm ammo. All right, guess I should have switched to this guy, although I never did reload it after replacing the quality 3 one we had, so my bad. Dude, that was bonkers right there. That was nuts. I didn't even know where the feral guy came from, the white. I don't know, did he come from up here? There's another armor mag. We're really close to the next quality of armor. At which point, maybe we do commit and make some quality 4 stuff. Hunting knife quality 2. I'm not opposed to making one of those too, although we'll find one before too long is my hunch. Oh, interesting. Never looked for this guy here. Hidden stash, look at that. And 4 gold. I should mention in this mod, gold has a use. There you go. It has a lot of uses if we're being sort of technical about it. Yeah, gold has a use. Don't sell it. Magnum, no, I'm sorry, machine gunner. Fully automatic fire is more accurate with each shot fired. Okay, we're up to quality 4 on the repair tools, and no one cares because we already have something better. Make a wooden bow quality 1. We don't have what we need for that on hand, but I'm sure we do have the proper parts for that. That's the duckbill mod right there. I'm not a big fan of that one, but it has its uses. It really does have its uses. It's just, I tend not to go that way. It's not how I like my shotguns generally. I kind of like all my firearms in any game to be as pinpoint as possible. And that's, there's a lot of plosives there. It's just kind of how I like to roll. It's just my preference. And you're welcome for all those rolled R's. I have no idea what that sounded like for you. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go ahead and open up this guy. Down we go, but before down we go, we can drop this guy. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else we want to drop. Like, really, we don't really need the Enforcer sunglasses. That's fine. They're only quality 1, so they're kind of trash. Let's go and make 2 bandages. And we'll just leave that guy back there, and then we can go ahead and make those. And that basically gets us to the point where we are not severely... Oh, man. Well, it's going to be what it's going to be. This is the door we saw earlier. This is going to be a problem down here, actually. You know what? I don't think I can go down there right now. There are going to be ferals there. Nope. You know what? I'm going to call an audible. And we're going to say, we'll just leave a note. Final loot not taken. And we can worry about that another time. I forgot we don't have any points invested into parkour. Nor do we have a safe landing sort of mod thing. My bad. I totally screwed that one up and wrecked that one. Yeah, I will accept all mocking and jokes on that one because I totally just did that. We're going to call this one good enough for now. I'm going to head back to the base so I can make a splint, find a splint, get a cast, make a cast. I don't know. Something along those lines. I have no idea what we can actually make Qs do at this point. Something. Gosh, I really need to fix that. And then I did say we were going to end this episode by working on a mini bike. So I guess technically I'm going to queue up the mini bike on my own. Chances are you have seen what it takes to make a mini bike. And if we don't have what we need, well, then I guess that's our goal for the next one. So either we're starting with a mini bike or we already have one when we start the next one. I don't know. You have thusly been told. Catch you that one, and thanks for watching. See you later.